So, first of all, I want to wish you a belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
It was actually my sister's birthday on the 5th too, but I didn't get to see her because of everything that's been going on. So, did you get to celebrate at all?
I did. I was working on a show, a dear friend of mine's show that I'm guest starring on that I can't discuss it yet because it's a big surprise. And it's somebody I've worked with twice before, and he's a dear, dear friend.
That sounds promising.
Yes, and it was a good, real good experience. Very good experience.
I'm glad you had a great birthday.
I rode my motorcycle to work, and I got there, and there were two other motorcycles there, two other Harley Davidsons, and they were bought from my dealership, which made it even better. So that's how I was greeted, and then I went to work, and I worked, and I did the scene. I saw my old buddy, and
That sounds cool.
I saw another guy I hadn't seen in many years, and then I came home, and I think my daughter and my wife had a gluten-free cake they'd made me, and some birthday presents, and yeah, that's what we did. Right, Blitz? My dog is sitting down here.
Hi, Blitz.
Say hi, Blitz. Say hi, buddy. You want to say hi? There he is. Can you see him?
Oh. Hi, Blitz.
He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there staring at me.
Oh.
That's what he does.
Let's start with, why did you want to be part of this historical action movie?
Well, because, let's see, John Wynn and Raji Collins and some other people brought it to me, and they showed me a bunch of CGI stuff that they wanted to do and how they wanted to create these scenes and the look of the film. And I had read the script, and I thought the script was really great because it dealt with a lot of, I thought, interesting things going on in life as far as like family, standing up for what you believe in, fighting for things that you believe in, looking after one another, insurmountable odds. Crazy people calling me on the phone. Loyalty, honor, family, freedom, and fighting for what you believe in. So I thought all those things were great. And then the fact that it was compounded, that it was based on a novel for the Ukraine people and one of their beloved heroes. And I thought, wow, this is really great. This has got a lot of themes like Braveheart and 300 and stuff like that, as far as like, a conquering horde and standing up to them and what's right and what's wrong. And then the whole family element of it, the sons, the father, Christianity, pagan, the introduction of Christianity to a pagan group, and then the conquering Mongols. So all those things together. And the fact that it was going to be a Ukraine director working with a American director, John Wynn. So I was very excited to be on board with it, and very excited to go make this for the people of Ukraine, who are enjoying the new benefits of being a free country right now as well, and their new democracy and it's a theme, it's a very old age theme, and I'd always wanted to be in a period piece as well. So I hadn't done a lot of period pieces. And it was a good challenge. We had a lot of fun. We shot my part out in 3 weeks. They shot the whole movie in about 3 or 4 months. One moment. Hello? No.
Um, so as
Sorry
you,
about that.
it's fine. Your character Zakar is an important figure in Ukrainian literature. So can you just tell us a little bit about him?
You know, I didn't read the book, but I do know about his stature and what he represents for the Ukraine people. And he's such a noble character, and his sensibility and his ability to lead and to carry with him so much virtue and suffer for them and lose sons but keep his eyes on the prize. He's a very romantic character, and I really you know, I play a lot of people think all I do is villains, and it's not true. I don't do villains. I also do roles that are, I think, heroic in nature, and the guys have values, and they're salt of the earth people. You know, John Wayne is a big hero of mine. I like that sort of stoic character, and whenever I get the chance to play that, I look forward to it. I actually feel like I should have more opportunities to do it, to be quite honest with you. But we'll see as things progress if I'll get more opportunities for that. But I enjoy it very much. I don't always just like being a villain. I like to stand up for something that I believe in. And I felt like that's why he's such an important character for the Ukraine people. Everybody needs a rallying person that they can get behind, to believe in, to think that they could exist, even if he is fictional. You know, that's someone we look up to. You know, we're looking for that. We're looking for that in America. You know, we're always looking for that. So, and that's not easy to get because human beings are so flawed.
That's true. So, speaking of villains, who do you think would win in a fight? Zakar or T-1000?
Oh, the T-1000 would eviscerate Zakar. He would eviscerate Zakar. The T-1000 is pretty unstoppable. It took a machine to stop him. So, and I think that's the beauty of that world. The T-1000 is pretty hard to beat, and it took somebody that was a machine and it was actually learning to get the heart of a human being and understand humanity to actually overcome the machine, which is the great part about the T-1000 and the T-800 battling in T2.
So I don't want to spoil too much from Rising Hawk, but there is someone in the movie that at some point doesn't stick to his end of the deal. So how important is it for you to keep your word?
Well, that's a great question. And I think it's, I think that's something that comes up in life a lot. You know, I like to think that if you've got my word, it's solid. And I think that imagery or ideology is something that's carried on in literature over and over. It's the word and the handshake. That should say it all. And I know in my own private life, in my private world, or my business world, I don't do a lot of contracts. I do a lot of handshakes, and my word is good. And I try to live by that. And I think we all do. But, you know, your integrity, which is your word, is constantly undermined by a lot of things. I find integrity and things of that nature are constantly under attack right now in this new world we live in. This world where we've got this social media, and I have dear friends of mine that I see say the most horrible things about other human beings. And I just can't believe that they're publicly willing to do that. I don't understand how you can to do that to someone, to say such horrible things about another human being publicly. But it goes back to that whole ideology of your word and giving your word and that meaning something and integrity and those romanticized versions of that. I think that's what Zakar represents to the people of the Ukraine. And, you know, this movie isn't just for the people of Ukraine. This movie is for the world. And that's what they wanted. They wanted everyone to see that they have gone through the same sort of trials and tribulations as all of us as they've been forming their country and doing what they've been doing. And it's a common theme. And that's why I think the film is hopefully being embraced worldwide.
There's a quote from the movie that goes, "There's privilege in dying honorably." So I wanted to ask you if there's anything you would die for or how far you would go to protect your loved ones.
Well, in my mind, I'm convinced that I would do anything and everything I could to protect my children and my wife. And I say that, and I feel strongly that if push came to shove, I would. There's a lot of things I think I would stand up for and defend and be there for and be willing to die for. My country, my brothers. There's a lot of things. My freedom. I certainly, my love of Jesus. You know, there's a lot of things, and you think about what people have had to stand up for over the years, and that goes back into, and these are great questions about word and honor, and it's got to mean something. We've got to respect each other. We have to, or if we don't, nothing matters. Then if nothing matters, then what's the whole point? So something has to matter. And we have to be willing to take a stand.
One of my favorite moments was when, I think it was your character, I'm not sure, you were talking about faith, and then the camera pans over to kids playing around. And I thought that was like reminding us to have hope for the future and for future generations, which has proven to be important and relevant these days. So you touched on it before, but what would you say is the message of the movie?
I would say that is the message of the movie, is to never lose sight of hope, never lose sight of faith and belief in one another. Don't let that be stolen from you. Don't let that be robbed from you. Because after all, what we're all trying to find is freedom from fear, freedom to worship how we want to worship. Because don't forget, I was pagan, right? And Tommy Flanagan's character was bringing Christianity to the pagans, and they weren't necessarily ready to accept the change. It's just like when Paul was trying. In the Bible, Paul was trying to get people to accept Jesus Christ as their Savior. It's the same thing. You're bringing a new religion. It doesn't necessarily make someone wrong if they're not willing to accept it, but you have to know that they may, have a lot of faith in what religion they have. I think ultimately you have to find something to believe in your life. You have to have faith in something. We all want to find freedom from fear, where we can sleep at night and we know our children are safe, our families are safe. We're looking for that. And that is the most important thing, I guess.